So let's welcome Tina and Chen to the stage, please.
So I like papaya and I enjoy having she as a brand. I'm still very proudly working for China.
Exactly.
Every time I come back to China, I encounter new things. And tuna was one of those prominent new things I encountered when I moved back to China in 2012. Last time when I lived here, Ctrip was dominating the online travel booking space. That was back in 2008. So can you tell us a little bit about tuna and what happened in those 4 years and 6 years?
Okay. Qunar is the leading search-based travel e-commerce company in China. We started off in 2005 as a pure meta search player, and now we're the most visited travel website as well as the most used travel mobile apps in China. The company went public on NASDAQ end of October last year. I think the reason that we come out from relatively nowhere to now a dominant player in the space, we're essentially riding the wave of leisure travel, the growth of leisure travel in China, as well as the Chinese travel market has traditionally been very fragmented with very low IT infrastructure. So the OTA, old-fashioned way of running and scaling up in this business somehow meet barriers. So Qunar came in essentially using technology and essentially building a lot of the IT infrastructure for the industry, allowing a lot of the travel service providers that traditionally are using phones and fax machines to communicate with the channels as well as communicate with the end users. We built IT system for them and tele-train those guys, the boutique hotel owners, the small OTAs, which is just mom and pop shops, to help those guys to move their inventory online and help them to serve the end users when there's a exchange or refund issue like that. So in this way, we enable a lot of the small travel service providers, and we actually allow a lot of the new travel service providers to came into being. And those are the ones that increasingly providing more interesting content and more interesting low price onto our platform.
So as an end user who knows nothing about travel business, and I look at the website, they all look similar functions, I can do similar things, but it sounds like it's just these less visible things more on the back end, the suppliers, or all the infrastructure, that's what differentiates you in the marketplace.
Right, so the innovation really happened in the backbone, and a lot of it is not as fancy sounding as it is today. So Ctrip has over 10,000 people call centers to deal with customers and to help customers to fulfill order with the providers. We're essentially having a few hundred engineers to build softwares and then allow replacing the call centers. So that's how we're different and arguably more efficient than the old OTAs. On the user face, the scheme level looks relatively similar.
I want to name a few key words when I think about companies like Tuna. Innovation's got to be one of them. So I'm just curious, what was the core concept at the very beginning that led to the birth of this company?
The core idea is really to help Chinese people to travel smart. But in order to make it realized, a lot of dirty work has been done. But the mission of the company has always stayed the same, is to help the Chinese travelers to plan their trips in a smart fashion so that they can enjoy it more.
And they can do so more smartly on your platform than elsewhere, because she has more integrated supply system.
Give you an example. People are talking about innovation on the level, and most of it we're talking about innovation on the consumer end. How it is so much efficient to get a booking done versus the old-fashioned way, whether it's by phone call, whether it's on PC. Some of the people are counting clicks. And one of the player will maybe saying, I need 10 clicks to get a hotel room. And another come out and say, I only need 8 clicks to get a hotel room confirmed. I can do it within an elevator ride to get a hotel room confirmed. But all of that, it's really powered by the backend. In the old-fashioned way, the service providers or the hotels still need to go check in into their inventory and come back with a confirmation and say, hey, I actually do have a room, which is on-sold to a different channel, right? Because the hotels manage different channels to distribute their inventory. And then come back with a confirmation, whether by phone calls or by SMS. What we did is essentially building systems that allow the hotel managers or the sales managers to automate, to run their inventory in a way that it's so layman for them that an average person with an average PC7S can run and manage inventory and can manage pricing with us. And in exchange of that, we ask them to put their inventory on our platform and we charge them for advertising income. We don't really charge them for the software, it's provided for free. But we really charge them for the end result they have, which is now that their inventory is all online, it's all being electronicized, so that we can efficiently display all those information to the users.
I read your resume on LinkedIn. You had Star Trek, BA Fudan, MA Stanford, and MBA Wharton. And apart from your first year as a researcher at New York Times, you've always been a venture capitalist. So what is it about tuna that tempted you to move from investment management to industry?
The venture fund I worked for 6 years, GSR Ventures, was actually the A-round investor for Tuna. So I've known the company from the very, very beginning. I've always enjoyed working with the management. And I was simply following the money and following my heart. Travel is a $100 billion vertical. The online travel companies in the United States already exceeding the big guys, Priceline, Orbitz, TripAdvisor. These guys combined already exceeding 100 billion market cap. The online travel penetration rate in the US is 40%, in China it's only 7%. So China, now you have Tuna and Ctrip, two companies combined slightly over 10 billion. I believe it's only a matter of a few years that the online travel space in China will have a combined market cap over close to 100, not only 50 billion. So that's the money piece. The following hard piece is I myself, growing up, not travel much, but later on become a travel, kind of a wanderlust. I live in the States for 7 years. I've been to half of the national parks in the States with my husband. I've backpacked in the world's driest desert in South America, called Acadama in northern part of Chile. It was pretty cold. So travel has really changed my outlook. Growing up, the furthest trip I took were now still transact offline to move them online. And during the process of that, help them to save money. And how can you help more service providers to move online? Now with these devices, we can actually help a lot of small travel service providers, like a owner of a boutique hotel running like 10 beds, right? He may or may not have a PC in his office, or he's walking around managing other business. But now with this device, he can managing his 10 rooms on it and changing price in real time and getting orders and getting order confirms. Thinking about a private car driver, right? Traditionally, they are waiting at the roadside trying to get a business. And now with this app, they can get orders from all across the Beijing, and he can decide I can drive down to Guomao to pick up a guy because he needs to go to the airport. So mobile is really helping us to move a lot of unique content and unique service, which in the PC age, that wouldn't be able to happen.
That's great. So Tina, do you still have time for travel?
I personally haven't traveled as much as I used to when I was in the States.
And which is better, being a VC or an entrepreneur, tech entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Oh, okay, good. Any questions or comments from the audience? Quickly now. One, two, yes, here in the front, with Andy. Let's bring the mic to
And
the
again,
side.
the reason is
Yeah.
following the money. VC is giving out money. In a company, you're actually making money.
Okay,
It's
good
good to
point.
see the cash flow.
Good point.
So Tina, it sounds like where the endpoint is going is almost like an Airbnb kind of peer-to-peer model. What are your thoughts about that in terms of how that might affect the development of the online travel industry?
You can have the individual as the service providers, but you are still holding them up in terms of service quality. You are still holding up certain institution level of quality standard to them. So that's something that a company like us, because of the system we developed to allow these people come online, that's not only a process of moving inventory from offline to online, also at the same time we're standardizing the service quality, right? We're giving our users a level of assurance that whatever product you get from China, be it delivered by an individual, be it delivered by a small company, or be it delivered by a large OTA provider like CEE Long, you are getting an assurance that there's a certain quality standard associated with it. It's certain hassle-free. So that's the back end.
Okay, super. Let's give Tina and Jim a round of applause. And let's welcome our next tech chat.